Hello and welcome to this mini training regarding how to deal with clients who may not be able to make the connections as well during your session. So if you're investigating the root cause and they're like, yeah, I can't really put that two and two together, whether it be maybe your client came up with a memory in regression and they can't link it with regards to their current problem, or you're using a conversational hypnotic questioning approach like this, and your client really is having a hard time with finding the breakthrough. You will see this clip, and I will play this clip in a minute, in a few seconds. And what I did here was that you will find this client actually saying that she is not able to connect the two together, and the instructions that I gave the therapist who was here, Stephen, in where to take his questioning moving forward. And then I'll talk more about what I actually meant by what I said. So let's begin.
I can't make the connection. I can't make the connection. No, not yet.
So Stephen, this is really good. And Deb, thank you. So this is good. Like, she's not that ready yet. And I make this analogy here a lot, where what we're doing right now is investigating and getting the shit out of the backpack, right? Like, we're just asking her questions, we're getting shit out of the backpack. Right now, she doesn't have enough shit out to make the connection yet. So and that is completely fine. That was a good test. But right now we need to dig some more shit out. I have a feeling that there's going to be some good shit coming out. If you keep the questioning in exactly where you intuitively wanted to, which is about the sister. So just keep asking her about the sister, not necessarily about the food, but she mentioned scraps. She mentioned getting less value. She always got better. So in that theme, Stephen, what can you ask to just move the conversation and get more shit out of there?
Sure. So Deb, just for context, is this a younger sister or older sister?
Older sister.
Older sister, and it's just you two in the family?
Yeah.
Okay, just wondering.
Mm-hmm.
So you feel like your sister is always getting the good stuff, and you always get the scraps.
Yeah, that's how it used to feel anyway. Yeah.
It used to feel.
And so just that little minor readjustment with our questions has made the conversation mobile again. Because right before this, Deb had a hard time. She was stuck. She couldn't make the direction or make the connection, I should say. And this is a great way to pause in your sessions and take a step back and take a good big picture look, and as well for you to recenter yourself. Sometimes when we get stuck in our sessions, we can panic a little bit or be a bit anxious with regards to this, or impatient because our clients don't put the things together as fast as we can. But again, this shit ain't up to us, right? Our clients will make the connection once we actually give them enough opportunity to do so. And so, as I mentioned here in the training, the reason why she couldn't put things together is that there's just not enough data. There's not enough shit from the backpack. This is the analogy that I give inside the free flowing hypnosis trainings and in the hypnotic questioning trainings, where our only role inside our session is to ask questions, right? And so with each question we ask, we are taking shit out from our client's backpack of problems, with the presenting problem they came to us with. And so sometimes when our clients can't make that connection and are not really able to see the associations their mind has made yet, then it simply just means that there's not enough shit in the backpack where they can see the whole big picture to be able to make the connections. There's just not enough variables that have been dug up in order for the client to actually see the connections that they need to see in order for the problem to be resolved. And so that's why I instructed Stephen to ask more about the sister, because intuitively he's like, I really want to ask about the sister, and the presenting problem was overeating, and maybe there's something there. And so just allowing ourselves to be curious and asking about the sister, and we saw the very much more chill approach, right? This approach is very conversational, and Stephen was like, yeah, is it an older sister? Like it's just like it might seem very insignificant to ask things about the sister. But as you can see there just now, before we pause this clip, just by repeating what Deb has already told us before about just feeling that she was getting getting less than her sister, that was a big thing and theme that we talked about in the session. And just by doing this, you can already see her starting to trance out again, starting to think. We're starting to get her moving again, whereas before she's stuck. So this is, again, a great way and a great method for you to use inside your sessions. If you get stuck, pause, take a big deep breath. Remember, what are you curious about? And in this particular session, it was about the sister. So that's why I just reminded Stephen again to ask about the sister, and he did, and got ourselves moving again. This can happen in our sessions if you're doing this conversational approach, and if you're studying this, that it's very common to feel stuck. And so just remember, pause, center yourself, center yourself, stop trying to fix the problem or be in too much of a rush. This is also a big problem. This is why we get stuck, and our clients get stuck with us, is because we're too much in a rush. Take the time to just get shit out of that backpack, explore the problem further, because then that will give the client all the variables that they need to see, and eventually they will start putting the puzzle pieces together. And it wasn't long after that, after like a minute or so of Stephen questioning this, we got into some really, really juicy details. And so this is what you would do. This is what I would do. And I hope that this helps. Try this whenever you have your session where you feel stuck in, and let me know how that works for you. You can comment below or message me to let me know how that goes. I would love to know. Otherwise, if you have any questions at all, also feel free to ask and share. Otherwise, I will see you again in the next training. Let's make a massive impact together, one question and conversation at a time.